Secondly, I think even in the past, we've allowed the property managers to approve routine bills. And this check for Adam came through with a lot of routine bills.
Exactly.
Also just approved by Hector. And nobody questioned it.
When Jeff was president, Jeff said that Hector and Teresa should be doing it, and he wasn't signing it. And so when I had to take over, I let it go on the way it was. I never signed it.
You can talk some more.
Monique, you can scream all you want. That's the way
It's
it
not
is.
about screaming. I don't know when that procedure changed, but
When Jeff was president, I told you that. I just said
he
it.
was president for like 2 weeks. But all I know is that nothing, when I was president, no check request, no check was ever cut unless I saw it. Nothing, whether we had a property manager or not, because we're
I am just
responsible.
telling you, that's when it started, and I let it continue. I'm not arguing with you, I let it continue.
Let the gentleman speak.
Don't break my back, I did it wrong.
It's just a comment because everybody keeps on saying that you want it in paper. It needs to be signed. I mean, technically, yeah, Hector knew, but if it ain't in paper, you can't really blame him that's why he did it, because he doesn't know any better. If I got a job and they said, hey, this is your parameters, and you don't exactly know because he's helping out to get the construction done quicker,
I don't think blame is the thing, I think solution.
yeah, no, it's not a blame, but it's just, you know, if we're going to be blaming, technically it's not in paper, so how can you blame? That, and whenever you talk to IRS, attorney, whoever, even if it's your secretary, you should get who you talk to, and what time it is, and have it on paper. So therefore, if there's any other questions that a board member has or anybody else has, we can call and actually ask for that person. So therefore, there's no arguing, no question, no nothing, and it can come straight from the source.
Common sense, pure common sense.
And my last,
But that's how it happened, Monique. Jeff started, I let it continue.
Does anybody
You wanna
want
blame
to
me?
set a workshop date?
Show me, do it.
And I will personally go, I volunteer to go on the internet and look for a different job description as suggested.
Can you use the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't hear you.
I said I was going to volunteer to get some information on the work descriptions, so it would save us some time. My last item that I had is a question. You know, the board, last time we agreed that we should have this partial reserves. It was a good idea. You know, full reserves that never go through, and having no reserves is probably a bad idea. Let's have partial reserves. Okay, that will be coming out, but of course, how are we going to encourage the people to do that? We're not sending any letter or anything with that packet that's going out. And so my question is, what are we going to do? I mean, I talked to Sheila about it, and she said we'll put up a notice, but I'm just in my opinion, how good are people at reading a notice that it's posted? In other words, I'm just saying I don't think it'll pass.
I don't think.
Marvin, I don't know why we're including that. The law says you will have reserves. It's not ambiguous. It says you will have reserves. And you can only not have reserves if you vote it down.
Right.
The law does not say you must allow people special privileges to vote it down. It just says they vote it down.
I agree.
Now, why is that piece of paper in there altogether?
I kind of understand what Marvin is trying to say, because we all know how our unit owners are. If those people of us who go around every year don't go around, we would have full reserves. They don't read their mail, they don't pay attention to stuff, half of them don't live here. We know financially it's to our benefit to have the partial reserves passed. I don't think it's a bad idea for us to draw up a one-page explanation letter in the mail out telling them, this is what we're suggesting for the first time to do for partial reserves, why it would benefit them, how it would benefit them. It's only to our benefit to do that. I don't see what would be the problem of us doing that.
The problem is we got so many people here that will just say it's going to cost me 2 cents more, I'll vote it down.
But we have a lot of reasonable people here who come and knock on doors, who ask questions. I get calls from people from my building who live in other parts of the country all the time, asking questions. that if they receive a proper explanation, they may vote for it. But if they don't have that, they're going to automatically vote no.
I don't think the letter will make a difference.
But it
People that are walking around trying to collect votes, and you know that if you didn't walk around, everybody would have reserves. You know that, because they're apathetic.
Right.
All right, so while you're telling them, you can also explain why we should have reserves. A letter, they're not going to read the letter.
If it's short,
What
they
if we have a
won't.
meeting on reserves and we write a letter, let everybody post it?
But a lot of people don't, a lot of unit owners don't live here. So having it just on the property, our building's having a meeting this weekend, personally.
What percentage of unit owners don't live here?
A large percentage.
Large? More than 20?
Absolute- Of course, more than 20.
Really? I have no idea.
Half of them are snowbirds to begin with. At least a third of them are. Our buildings will be taken care of, so, because we're having a building meeting. This is for the rest of you. I strongly suggest you guys put a letter in there explaining it to get more votes for your buildings, but it's up to you guys. Our building's gonna be taken care of, because everything's individually. I'll be happy to help you guys draft it, there's not a
You
problem
want
with
to have a
that.
combined meeting?
Make it
Or you want to do your building by yourself, or you want to have a combined meeting with building one?
I don't mind combining it, but we're having a meeting this weekend for our building.
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah, because the mail out's going on next week and they have to turn it in 2 weeks. Yeah, you gotta do it before they get the packet.
Well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna send a letter out?
I think it should be a short letter.
Secede from the
Say,
union.
this is what it means.
My concern is obviously for all buildings, I mean, even though maybe building 2 might get theirs, but the other buildings, I mean, if we don't send something out, I know always in the past, like last year too, I went over to building 3 and building 4.
Building 2 is an entity in itself. They have their own little private meeting and make decisions. Why do you bother asking me for things and then you do it anyhow?
I helped you that last year get your reserves.
I know you did.
Okay.
And I said thank you.
All right, no, that's fine, I don't mind doing that.
Have meetings.
I don't mind doing that. No, I'm just suggesting this thing here that, you know, the other building's concerned too, because if we don't send out any letter that the people just plain won't vote for it and
Why did you
then.
ask me my opinion? I gave you my opinion and you're still gonna do what you want.
Oh, well,
You just did. You, no.
Well, how could you know?
Don't keep telling me about, listen, you just said you're gonna send the letter out.
I'm suggesting that we do send a letter. I think we should send a letter telling them, because this is the first year that we put in partial reserves.
And you haven't seen that, yes, you have a letter, don't tell me you didn't get the letter.
We didn't say we were sending.
You have a fantastic information, even though you want and the concept.
I think it's always a good idea to let people know something, otherwise, nothing.
How we all do
We said the thing was, what
Yeah,
they know that matches one to one. You put another sheet in, it's gonna go to the store. We have it all figured out.
Follow the what?
State law.
It's a state law.
They
They
can't
require
resell,
reserve.
well, we have enough of the postage. They can't resell the building unless the list is resisted. Take out those envelopes and make it official.
Oh, because you don't want the envelope, so therefore it shouldn't be in there.
It has nothing to do. Always personalizing things. Is it what's good for the community? Well, his suggestion is a good idea, because if you guys don't get partial reserves or passed, it's going to financially hurt the entire association. This is not personal. I don't know so many people keep personalizing things. This is for our building is going to be fine, because we've been building 2 that work, and we're going to take care of our building. Reserves is an individual thing. It's not for the entire community. So if you guys don't get together, you're going to have a problem. We're trying to help you guys. If you don't want to listen, then let's move on, because I'm ready to go look at TV.
Me too.
You could still stay with that 12, 10, 8 on the reserves? 12, 10, 8?
I like that. I like that. I want to spend the extra money, but I like
All
it.
right, let's go.
What?
All I'll say is anybody who wants help, I'll be glad to help them.
Thank you, Mark. Next. I'm done.
Any more new business?
Yes, but I'll
Can-
table until next week.
Can we adjourn this meeting? Somebody make a motion to adjourn this meeting, please.
And I second it.
The meeting is adjourned, thank God.